学得快。
Weili with that right hand.
因为他是4月。
谁了呀？小苗子学那干啥嘞？
After having done it, it was very successful. In every way you measure success, Fight Island was successful. So, the people who were laughing and all the naysayers and the people who thought it couldn't be done.
Dana White drops massive praise on Zhang Weili. As Dakota Ditcheva rumors swirl with Dana White calling Zhang Weili one of the greatest of all time and the best female fighter in the sport right now, the question on everyone's mind is inevitable. Could Magnum Zhang Weili be the ultimate test for PFL's undefeated phenom Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva?
Wanted that belt more than anything. And, I didn't know if there was going to be a knockout or a submission or something like that, but I knew I was begging people to watch that. You know me, man. When I sell fights, I don't beg anybody to watch anything. I was literally begging people to watch this fight.
Oh, we filming? I'm here with the champ. Ringside with the champ.
While Ditcheva dominates the PFL with her perfect 14-0 record and devastating knockout power, Zhang Weili has conquered the UFC's strawweight division and is now eyeing flyweight gold. If these two ever meet, it would be the super fight that determines the true queen of women's 125-pound MMA. Let's start with the woman everyone's talking about, Zhang Magnum Weili. And when Dana White puts you in the GOAT conversation, you know you're different. Here's her record: 26 wins, 3 losses. But it's not just the numbers. And here's why Zhang is the biggest threat to Dakota. She just vacated her strawweight title to move up to flyweight. She's coming for Valentina Shevchenko's belt, and the pros are terrified of her. At 36 years old, Magnum is in her absolute prime. Her striking differential against Amanda Lemos, 296 strikes to 29. That's not a fight. That's a statement. She outstruck Lemos by the largest margin in UFC women's history. When Dana White says greatest of all time, this is what he's talking about. But now, there's a problem for Zhang Weili, a big problem. Her name is Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva, 25 years old. I am from Manchester, England, and she's never lost. 15-0, perfect, unblemished, untouchable.
And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
Spin it out, cause the pain ain't cheap. Preach.
And the body Dakota Ditcheva with a quick serve.
This isn't some hype job. Dakota was born into combat sports. Her mother, Lisa Howarth, multiple-time world kickboxing champion. Her father, Ivo Ditchev, from Bulgaria, martial artist. Dakota was a 3-time Muay Thai world champion before she even turned pro in MMA. She won gold at the 2016 IFMA World Championships at just 17 years old. And here's her calling card: body shots. She doesn't just knock you out, she breaks you. Liver shots, solar plexus, ribs. Dakota attacks the body with surgical precision. 4 of her last fights ended with body punch TKOs. Fighters just fold in half when she lands. And that Taila Santos victory, that's the one that put the world on notice. Santos went to war with Valentina Shevchenko twice. She's tough as nails. Dakota finished her in under 2 rounds and became the first person to ever stop her. That's when everyone realized this girl is different.
Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for the championship.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Zhang Magnum, Weili versus Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva. GOAT status versus perfect record. Experience versus youth legend versus future. Dakota, 15 fights. But here's the thing that should terrify Zhang. Dakota's never even been in trouble. She's finishing everyone in rounds 1 or 2. The longest she's ever fought is 3 rounds, and that was a dominant decision over Sumiko Inaba. She's never been tested. Zhang is 36 years old, still elite, still dangerous, but she's been in wars. That body's got mileage. She's moving up to flyweight. That means cutting less weight, but she's not naturally this big. Dakota is 25. She's in her prime. She's taller, longer reach, naturally bigger. This is her weight class. She's been at flyweight her entire career. That size advantage is real. Dakota, 1 submission win, a rear naked choke against Malin Hermansen. But here's what matters. She's never been taken down and held. She's got great takedown defense, and she trains BJJ. She's not helpless on the ground, but this is Zhang's advantage if she can get it there.
Okay, you've got to get busy here. You've got to show me something.
So let's talk strategy. How does each fighter win this super fight? Zhang's been in absolute war with the best in the world. She knows how to survive, adjust, and finish strong. That championship mentality could be the difference. Dakota's game plan is simple, and simple often wins fights. And here's Dakota's secret weapon, power. Zhang's tough, Zhang's elite. But if Dakota lands that body shot flush, it doesn't matter how tough you are. Your body shuts down. Ask Taila Santos. Ask Chelsea Hackett. Ask Cornelia Holm. They all folded. Plus, Dakota's fresh. She's 25. She hasn't been in wars. Her body's pristine. Zhang. She's been in absolute battles with Joanna, Rose, and everyone else that wear and tear matters when you're moving up in weight at 36. So here we are, the question that started this whole video. Zhang Weili is the biggest threat to Dakota Ditcheva. Dana White calls her the greatest of all time. She would beat everybody on the planet. But can she beat Dakota Ditcheva?
她跟别人不一样的地方。
梦想就是一个梦想嘛，现在人家实现。
Zhang Weili makes history! Oh my word!
Here's my answer. Yes, Dakota can beat Zhang Weili. And here's why I believe that. Look, Zhang Magnum Weili is absolutely one of the greatest women's MMA fighters of all time, top 3, no debate. What she's accomplished is legendary, but styles make fights, and this matchup favors Dakota.
My name is Zhang Weili. I'm from China. Remember me?
The weight class Zhang's moving up at 36 years old. Dakota's been at flyweight her whole career. She's the naturally bigger, longer, stronger fighter. The power Dakota has 12 KOs in 15 fights. That's an 80% finish rate. Zhang's tough, but those body shots are different. They shut your body down.
Kicking the brakes off of girls.
Behind it, almost landed flush. Hayton's having to weather an early storm here. Drives that kick in, and that's her.
Young talents in all of MMA. This girl's a demon. They say she's the next Ronda Rousey. Check it out.
She's hurt to the body, that's it. Rex Mitchell waves it on. That's a TKO victory. And that does it. Dakota Ditcheva silences the doubters.
Let's go. Give it up. Please welcome the undefeated PFL Women's Flyweight 13-0 dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. Hello. So she won the PFL European title last year, and in just a few weeks ago qualified to fight for the PFL global title and $1 million in November. If and when you win the $1 million, do you have something that you want to buy?
Not really, no. I just want the belt, if I'm honest, Jake.
Let's go. I respect that. Now, some people compare you to Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm. Who would win, Prime Ronda or Prime Dakota?
Prime Dakota, 100%.
Let's go. You heard it.
100%.
I would love to see that one.
Dakota Ditcheva, who looked very impressive, who remains undefeated, who is from a Muay Thai background, but scored a sub on Saturday and seems to be someone that the PFL, Europe or not, is very much behind. She's joining us right now. Let us say hello for the first time to Dakota. Hello, Dakota. How are you?
Hi, I'm really good, thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy.
Well, congratulations on the win and everything that's going on for you. Did it feel like you are one of the faces of this whole PFL Europe push for them? And were you feeling that pressure going into this fight on Saturday?
Yeah, to be honest, I feel more pressure coming on here, Ariel. But
Come on, I don't believe that, but thank you. I appreciate it.
But yeah, I did. This is like the first show that I've kind of co-headlined, and I've been on PFL before, but on the undercard for the $1 million tournament. So I haven't felt like the pressure that I did this time. It was obviously back at home in Newcastle, in the UK. So I had a home crowd. My face was kind of everywhere I went. There was PFL posters with my face on it. So I did definitely feel the pressure a lot more this time.
Dakota Ditcheva has just dropped an absolute bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the entire combat sports universe. The undefeated British sensation is making waves by claiming that Prime Dakota is better than Prime Ronda Rousey. And she's got UFC legends backing her up.
Ronda was the one that broke the barrier and got women into the UFC.
Dana White privilege.
Dakota Ditcheva has been talked about in the same breath as Ronda Rousey. She has the potential to be a superstar. She understands the media game, right? She knows exactly when to switch off that savage and become the sweetheart again. She's got the look, she's got the charisma, and when you have that, plus the ability to knock women out like she does, disguise them.
UFC veteran Dan Hardy just declared that Dakota Ditcheva is more well-rounded than Ronda Rousey ever was. Jake Paul is comparing her to Rowdy herself. And Dana White, he's reportedly stunned by this rising star who's capturing attention like no female fighter since Rousey's reign.
Come on in.
Down the fence. Oh.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Oh, put away.
Oh,
yeah. And a power.
Sure.
Taila Santos is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again.
With a perfect 15-0 record and a fresh $1 million PFL tournament victory under her belt, the 26-year-old Manchester native is making bold claims that Prime Dakota would dominate Prime Ronda. Is Dakota Ditcheva the real deal, or is this all hype? Let's break down everything you need to know about MMA's newest superstar and her shocking declaration.
And her opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota Ditcheva is a 26-year-old fighter from Manchester, England, who's taken the MMA world by storm with a flawless 15-0 professional record. But here's what makes her special. She's not just winning, she's destroying her competition. In November, she delivered her biggest performance yet, stopping former UFC title challenger Taila Santos in the second round to claim the PFL Women's Flyweight World title.
He's for sure. Taila Santos is
Yeah, she can go after you off.
They gotta go. They gotta go. And then we gotta get to do a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna take a seat. Okay? Thank you, brother.
All right. What's up, So good.
Oh, pockets, all them elbows. Thanks for taking all them shots.
And that sweet $1 million prize. She became the first British woman to win an MMA world title. First ever. With 15 straight wins and 0 losses, Dakota isn't just building a resume, she's building a legacy. Now here's where things get absolutely wild. Dakota Ditcheva has made a statement that's got the entire MMA community talking. She believes that Prime Dakota would beat Prime Ronda Rousey.
Some people compare you to Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm. Who would win, Prime Ronda or Prime Dakota?
Prime Dakota, 100%.
Let's go, you heard it.
100%.
I would love to see that one.
Dakota has always been respectful about Rousey, stating, "When I first started my career in MMA, when I first fought even as an amateur, I had an article go viral where someone compared me to Ronda Rousey. She was someone that I looked up to from the very beginning, so it's nice to have my name mentioned alongside her."
At a level that nobody else could have ever done it. And while she was doing what she was doing, building the sport and the UFC and women, all these other women were training to beat her. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She had taken so much on her shoulders at the time, it was literally impossible for her to keep growing as a fighter during that period.
But make no mistake, Dakota isn't just happy to be compared to Rousey anymore, she's declaring herself as the better version. She believes that with her well-rounded skill set, striking power, and complete MMA game, Prime Dakota would have the tools to beat Prime Ronda. And you know what? She's got some major voices in the MMA world agreeing with her. UFC legend and current PFL head of fighter operations in Europe, Dan Hardy, just made a statement that validates everything Dakota has been saying. Hardy told Bloody Elbow, "Ronda was a pioneer in martial arts, women's martial arts in particular, but the reason why she was so effective is because she was particularly overwhelming in one range, right? Like, she came in, she grabbed a hold of somebody, threw them to the floor, and wrenched their arm off."
And, you know, Ronda was a pioneer in mixed martial arts, women's mixed martial arts in particular. But the reason why she was so effective is because she was particularly overwhelming in one range, right? Like, she came in, she grabbed a hold of somebody, she threw them to the floor and wrenched their arm off.
But then Hardy dropped this bombshell. Whereas Dakota, over the last 2 years, has also shown that she's a fully well-rounded MMA fighter. I think that's another thing that gives people a lot of confidence that she could compete with anyone in the world. You know, she can grapple and stay safe if she hits the floor with a world-class jiu-jitsu player.
Whereas Dakota, over the last 2 years, has also showed that she's a fully well-rounded MMA fighter. And I think that's another thing that gives people a lot of confidence that she could compete with anybody in the world, is that, you know, she can grapple, she can stay safe if she hits the floor with, you know, a world-class jiu-jitsu player. And
Hardy continued, "And her takedown defense, coupled with those Muay Thai knees, could put anybody away. And she's also got the frame that's perfect for this weight class. I could make the argument right now that she could beat anybody in this weight class on the planet."
And, you know, her takedown offense coupled with those Muay Thai knees could put anybody away. And she's also got the frame that's perfect for this weight class. You know, I could make an argument right now that she'd beat anybody in this weight class on the planet.
Did you catch that? Anybody in this weight class on the planet. That's a UFC legend essentially confirming Dakota's claim. Hardy is saying that Dakota's complete skill set, her striking, her takedown defense, and her ability to compete anywhere the fight goes makes her more dangerous than Ronda ever was. The key difference, Rousey had one overwhelming strength. Dakota has multiple weapons and can win fights anywhere. Hardy even said, It doesn't matter what fighter in the world in the weight class, you just look at it and go, I can just see Dakota cutting through every single person. Even at bantamweight as well, she's got the frame and the reach to move up a weight class at some point and start dominating there as well.
It doesn't matter what fighter in the world in that weight class, you just look at it and you go, I could just see Dakota cutting through every single person. You know, even up at bantamweight as well, she's got the frame and the reach to be able to move up a weight class at some point and start dominating there as well.
Jake Paul himself drew comparisons between Dakota and Ronda Rousey during a major PFL press conference. That's huge validation from one of the biggest names in combat sports. UFC commentator Sean O'Connell explained, she has the potential to be a superstar, but not for the same reasons as Ronda Rousey. Ronda was the pioneer. Ronda was the one that broke the barrier and got women into the UFC.
She has the potential to be a superstar, but not for the same reasons as Ronda Rousey. Ronda was the pioneer. Ronda was the one that broke the barrier and got women into the UFC.
O'Connell believes Dakota could reach those heights of superstardom through pure skill and charisma. He said, she understands the media game, right? She knows exactly when to switch off that savage and become the sweetheart again. She's got the look, she's got the charisma, and when you have that plus the ability to knock women out like she does, the sky is the limit.
So she understands the media game, right? She knows exactly when to switch off that savage and become the sweetheart again. She's got the look, she's got the charisma, and when you have that plus the ability to knock women out like she does, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely nothing. Yes, there it is. And there it is, the Von Flue jump.
That's the tap! Clear as day, Corey McKenna.
Yeah, obviously, like when I watch tape, when I'm offered the opponent, I'm excited by any matchup. You know, I just like to get in there and fight. So whoever they offered, really. But yeah, when I watch some tape, you know, she's solid, like as to be expected at this level. You know, like I think she's stereotypical like striker versus grappler kind of setup. But you know, she's no slouch on the ground, and I've obviously, you know, got some accolades and been working hard on my striking, so I think it's going to be a pretty well-rounded fight, and hopefully it's nice and entertaining for the crowd.
Corey McKenna has just dropped a massive bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva, and the MMA community is on fire. In a recent statement, McKenna boldly said, Dakota, I'm a striker and a grappler. You're only a striker, so I'll beat you, and I'm the future star because I'm more well-rounded, and yes, more beautiful too. Harsh words directed straight at the undefeated Dakota Ditcheva, who's currently dominating the PFL and is on the verge of becoming Britain's first female MMA world champion. But while Corey was stirring the fire, Dakota kept her cool. In a pre-fight interview, when asked if she had a specific strategy going into the fight, Ditcheva simply said, no, I don't have any strategies really. Just get in there and do what I train. Just do what I'm there to do.
Do you have any strategy going into the fight?
No, I don't have any strategies really. Just get in there and do what I've trained, just everything, and do what I'm there to do.
But what makes this even more shocking is how confident McKenna has become in recent months. Confidence she earned the hard way, inside the cage.
Well, I tell you something, I'm very excited to see Dakota Ditcheva again. Never seen Corey McKenna from the BKK gym. A 3-minute round, 48 kilos. K1 rules action here on 2 technical.
Moments after one of her most impressive wins at Cage Warriors 104, Corey McKenna went live and shared her thoughts, and it showed exactly why she feels ready to take on anyone. I'm so happy, especially to be back finishing fights, McKenna said with a smile. After the last one didn't really sit quite right, it feels good to show everyone what I'm capable of again.
Yeah, I'm so happy, and like especially to be back finishing fights. You know, after the last one, didn't really sit quite right, but I'm so happy to be back finishing fights and showing everyone what I'm capable of.
She talked about the challenges she faced in the first round. I got caught with a couple of things that I actually saw coming, she admitted. She's a black belt grappler. I knew it'd be a tough fight. But I'm so happy to come away with that win, especially beating her in her own game.
I mean, I got caught with a couple of things that I hate to say it, I knew it was coming, and still, like, she caught me, so fair play to her. But I knew I was in for a tough fight. You know, she's a black belt, like, grappler, and I knew that she was gonna, you know, give me a little bit of trouble. But I'm so happy to come away with that win, especially, like you say, beating her in her own kind of game.
Her victory came via submission against a judo black belt and BJJ brown belt, proof that her ground game is no joke. McKenna continued, "That win was a testament to all the work I've been putting in. But I've got to give her credit. She's a class opponent, and I was happy to share the cage with her." And when asked about her training camp in California with Team Alpha Male, she lit up. "There are so many people there around my size. 115ers, 125ers. It's perfect. Faber's put so much time into me. Private sessions, pad work, grappling drills. I can only go up from here." When asked what advice she'd give to young women entering MMA, McKenna gave one of her most genuine answers yet. Just get stuck in. It's not about age, it's about experience. Put in the hours, do what you love, and anyone can do it. I've been doing this for years, and I've loved every minute.
And I really think that's a testament to all the work I've put in. But again, take nothing away from her. She's a class opponent, and I'm so happy to share the cage with her.
Speaking of the work you've put in, you've been training in California with Team Alpha Male. What do you feel you got the most out of this training camp?
Like you say, there's so many people there, like bodies-wise. There's like, you know, 125ers, 115ers, like little guys, little girls. So I get a look at all the styles and everything, so it's perfect. But also, Faber's put so much time into me, and I'm so appreciative of that. So I want to like make sure I give him a massive thank you. You know, he's constantly he's working with me in classes, putting the privates in, pad work, grappling sessions, and you know, working with people like that, I can only go up. You know.
And you are such an inspiration for young women out there who want to pursue something in MMA. Do you have anything you would like to say to them?
Just get stuck in, you know. I mean, it's not about age or it's about experience. So put in those hours and anyone could do it, you know. I've been doing this for years and I love every minute of it. So if it's something you enjoy, just get stuck in and get doing it.
That moment at Cage Warriors was the turning point, the beginning of a new version of Cory McKenna, composed, confident, and absolutely fearless. But this isn't the first time Cory McKenna and Dakota Ditcheva have shared the same stage. Years ago, long before the Fame and World titles, the two met at the Too Raw, Too Ready Muay Thai event.
Unusual style of McKenna. She closes her eyes when she punches. Dakota's a very good kid.
Back then, McKenna was confident she could use her pressure to break Dakota's rhythm. But once the bell rang, it was a showcase of Ditcheva's precision striking, snapping kicks, clean counters, and unmatched composure. Round after round, Ditcheva picked her shots beautifully and controlled the fight from range. By the end, the decision was unanimous. Dakota had proven herself as one of the most promising Muay Thai prodigies in Britain. That early clash planted a seed, a quiet rivalry that's now starting to explode years later.
I'm not going to be ready for the London card. I went into the fight with some health issues and came out with a couple more health issues. So I'm gonna have to take some time to heal up my body, like inside and out. Like I say, I've only been back training for like a day or two, and then even still, there's still some stuff that I've been having to deal with. The last one was my last fight on my contract, so we renegotiated and renewed that. So I've got another full fight deal. But no, my only goals right now is, like, say, staying healthy and working my way up to that title contention.
Today, McKenna's game is different. Her striking has evolved, her grappling is elite, and her mindset is sharper than ever. Under the mentorship of Uriah Faber and surrounded by elite-level teammates, she's become one of the UFC's most disciplined young fighters.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
Oh. We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
She's made it clear. She's not just a grappler anymore. She's a complete mixed martial artist. And that's exactly why her call-out of Dakota Ditcheva hits differently. It's not just trash talk. It's a statement of readiness. On the other side, Dakota Ditcheva continues to destroy everything in her path.
Opponent fighting out of the red corner. She's a Muay Thai specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 126 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, Dakota Ditcheva.
Undefeated with 12 wins, most coming by knockout or TKO, she's been a nightmare for anyone standing across from her. Her striking is clean, fast, and devastating. But what's even more impressive is her composure under pressure. She's now preparing for the biggest fight of her career, the PFL World Championship final against former UFC contender Taila Santos. If she wins, she doesn't just take home $1 million prize, she becomes Britain's first ever female MMA world champion. And yet, amidst all the glory, McKenna's comments have shifted the spotlight again. After the striker and grappler Bombshell went public, fans were split right down the middle. Some praised McKenna's confidence, saying her ground game could expose Dakota's biggest weakness. Others saw it as pure disrespect, a fighter trying to use Dakota's name for attention. But McKenna didn't back down. She clarified in a follow-up statement, "It's not about hate. It's about proving I'm better. I respect her, but I've trained to beat anyone, and that includes Dakota."
I knew that she was going to, give me a little bit of trouble, but I'm so happy to come away with that win, especially, like you say, beating her in her own kind of game. And I really think that's a testament to all the work I've put in. But again, take nothing away from her. She's a class opponent, and I'm so happy to share the cage with her.
Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Catherine the Animal Corgine. She weighed in at 125.5 pounds. Her record also undefeated at 6 victories, including 5 wins by knockout. Fighting out of Manchester, England, here is dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
Catherine Corrigines sent a massive bombshell message to Dakota Ditcheva that would come back to haunt her. Catherine Corrigines, "So, I want that challenge. I want that hard fight. I want to have to brawl and bang. And I'm ready for that. And I think after the first 3 that were kind of just..."
So I want that challenge. I want that hard fight. I want to have to brawl and bang. And I'm ready for that. And I think after the first 3 that were kind of just...
The American fighter was ready for war. She wanted the challenge. She wanted to bang. But what she didn't know was that she was calling out a knockout machine. Dakota Ditcheva's response was ice cold and calculated. Dakota Ditcheva, "Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers."
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers. Yes.
All just talkers. Those words would prove prophetic. And after absolutely destroying Corrigines in brutal fashion, Dakota took to Twitter with a simple message that echoed through the MMA world. Actions speak louder than words. Dakota Ditcheva and Catherine Corrigines, a fight that shocked the entire USA. From trash talk to a brutal first-round finish, this match proved Dakota isn't just hype. She's a knockout machine.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one! Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hammer fake! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
Let's break it down. The tension before this fight was palpable. Catherine Corrigines, an aggressive American fighter with a reputation for toughness, wasn't backing down from anyone. She specifically called out Dakota, demanding the hard fight, the brawl, the battle. Corrigines came into this matchup with confidence, having fought through tough competition. She believed her aggressive style and willingness to engage in firefights would be the key to handing Dakota her first loss.
A lot of clinch work so far, all out from distance. Oh, right hand. And there's the clinch.
And it's going to be a battle of 2 types of clinches. Corrigines, of course, looking for the takedown. Ditcheva will look to stay in this clinch and try to set up knees to the body and shots upstairs with her punches.
But Dakota Ditcheva, she'd heard it all before. Throughout the entire PFL tournament, fighters talked. They promised, they threatened, And one by one, Dakota silenced them,